putting the spotlight right now on the auto sector. And that's because the Bharat Mobility Expo is underway. We have Hormazd Sorabjee, the editor at Autocar India, joining us on the show right now. Hormazd, the biggest talking point, of course, is that EV launch coming in from Maruti, but I'm sure there are many other things to watch out for as well.
Yeah, in fact, I think, 2025 being kicked off with the auto show, and 2025 is going to be the year of the EVs. We've got a couple of launches at the show. You've got the Maruti e-Vitara EV, you've got the Creta EV, and of course, Mahindra are showing their EVs as well, which they'd actually shown, unveiled last year. So really, I think obviously EVs is going to be the dominant theme at the Auto Expo, especially now that the mass market manufacturers are coming in. And of course, market leader Tata will also be showing a couple of EVs. You've got new entrants like VinFast, Vietnamese EV maker, also making their debut at the show for the first time. So they've got a couple of EV SUVs also on display. And even Porsche, sports car manufacturer, their let's say their main exhibit or the start of their show is the Macan EV. So really, it's electric all the way.
Hormazd, will this year's Auto Expo be strikingly different from last year, or it is just going to be that routine event where little bit here, little bit there? Are we expecting anything big bang, or it's just going to be a routine affair?
Well, I think, a big bang are products not seen before anywhere, and I think the big bang really is the e-Vitara. I think that to me would be kind of the most significant launch because it's meant for global markets. In fact, the President Toshihiro Suzuki has come down himself for this. So it gives you an idea how important this event is. Their e-Vitara is going to be a global model. About 50% of that car is going to be exported. So really, I think that to me is one of the most significant launches. And yes, of course, otherwise everyone is putting their best foot forward. It really depends on where manufacturers are in terms of the life cycle of their products. Some have nothing to show, some have something to kind of display. While others, like the marginal players like Stellantis, Renault, Nissan, they're not even at the show at all. So it's not that everyone is there, but I think those who are taking part are doing so, in putting their best foot forward.
When new launches are done, markets, they get excited about it. Is there any company, any product, any launch which stock market investors, they should get excited about that, okay, this could be the make or the break launch?
Well, I think I don't think there's one significant product like that, but I think the one that has really taken the market by storm and creating a buzz are the Mahindra twins, which is the B6 and the XEV 9e. Of course, they've not even hit the showrooms as yet, but just the overall response to it, whether from us, the media, or whether it's the dealer fraternity and even a lot of potential buyers, they're quite excited about that product. It'll take some time for it to hit the road. I think it'll be probably sometime in Feb. And of course, with Creta coming in with the EV, that will also be interesting to watch because the Creta is such a dominant player in the market. It's the biggest selling SUV in its category. Hyundai's #1 product by far. So I think, an electric version of that, everyone will be watching to see, the incremental sales it can bring. So yeah, I think these are the products, and of course, Tata Motors. I think for them, products like the Harrier EV, and further down the road, even the Sierra EV, Sierra, which is going to be, I think for Tata Motors, the Sierra is a very, very important product because it's the first real all new product that we're going to see in a long time. The Curve, frankly, was an extension of the Nexon, but the Sierra, completely new body style, completely new concept. But I think that's going to be launched further down in the year.
Anything new which should be expected from the EV space? If you look around us, there are a lot of EV assemblers now. Small auto companies which are genuinely not automakers, but they're EV assemblers. Should we expect anything from any of these assemblers who like to call themselves as car companies, but they are, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think with assembling the way the let's say the way the market or the regulation framework is structured, um, just assembling, doesn't give you cost effectiveness. People have to invest, they have to manufacture. I think that is the way forward. I mean, we've got companies like BYD, which are on a very small scale, fantastic products, from BYD. Really, I mean, as we know, they've taken the world by storm with their EVs. But again, in India, very, very small because, really not being able to assemble, they come in as small CBUs. So I think unless you dramatically localize, unless you dramatically invest, I think numbers are going to be small, whether it's an EV or whether even it's an ICE vehicle. That's just the way our framework is structured in terms of taxation for duties, all that sort of thing. So I think that's a good thing, because I think clearly, the investment opportunity is huge, especially given our market, 4.2 million cars, again, another high in the calendar year, all-time record. So I think that's the opportunity that's there.
Okay. Two-wheelers, anything specific?
I think two-wheelers, yeah, we've got a lot of, we've got Hero, we've got, we've got TVS. I think the big one for me actually really is the potential collaboration between Hyundai and TVS for a three-wheeler, which, I think Hyundai is going to show that concept, kind of last mile mobility. In fact, we broke that story on Autocar India, and I think that's going to be interesting. You've got two of these big companies maybe looking at how they can collaborate in the last mile mobility space with the three-wheeler space.
Great to have you then on the show, Hormazd, as always. Thanks for giving us a little bit of a curtain raiser on what the Auto Expo this time actually could mean.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.